Story 1. My ex-wife left me for a man she swore was her soulmate and that they were meant to be together. Not long after the divorce, their affair fell apart, which happens often, and she moved on to a guy who seemed decent. His parents were really good to our daughter, and they were together for years and planning to get married until she caught him cheating. He gave her the same excuses she had given me, in some cases word for word. When she found out, she called me to apologize profusely because she finally realized what she had put me through. I could have said a lot of things and hung up, but instead, I talked her down off the ledge. I told her she was a strong person who would get through this, and that it was all water under the bridge as far as I was concerned. I wished her well and didn't talk to her for almost 10 years until our daughter's wedding. Story 2. That's actually hard to answer. Neither of us is the same person we once were. I don't know what we would even talk about, other than saying hello. Story 3. To the part of me that still loves her, I understand why you still think about her. I know you miss the version of her that looked at you like you were everything. I know how deep that love ran and how real it felt. I know how much it shattered you when she left. You didn't deserve to be hurt like that. You didn't deserve to carry the blame or to wonder if your weight, your finances, or your struggles made you unlovable. None of that was a reason for betrayal. Love doesn't disappear when life gets hard. Real love stays, communicates, and works through challenges. She didn't. That choice was hers. I release myself from carrying guilt that was never mine to hold. I've come a long way. I've rebuilt my life. I've grown, suffered, and transformed. I've become stronger, more focused, and more intentional. While there's still a scar where she once was, it no longer defines me. It's just a part of my story. I loved her with everything I had, and that love doesn't make me weak. It makes me real. I also love myself now more than I did back then. That's why I'm letting go, not because I want to erase the past, but because I'm finally ready to stop living in it. Goodbye to the version of her I loved. Goodbye to the future we never had. Hello to the man I'm becoming. Story 4. I hope you will return to therapy and medication so you can finally put your demons to rest and be the mother you have always wanted to be for our daughter. Story 5. I would let out a loud fart and walk away because they were a humorless, selfish individual who didn't appreciate farting. Story 6. Thank you for teaching me what I do not want in a relationship. The warning signs you displayed helped me find someone who truly respects me. Story 7. Hello. It's been a while. How have you and your boyfriend been? We broke up about 15 years ago when we were still in high school. That situation has been resolved for a long time, and there is no bad blood between us anymore. She's just a great person who runs in the same friend circle as I do. So we see each other from time to time when I can attend a party or relax. Story 8. I tend to get over my exes and never think of them again. I wish them well and forgive any wrongdoing. Holding on to grudges is not how I want to live. Story 9. If you are going to tell a court that you don't know whether you want to be a parent to your children, as if you have ever been a responsible father in their lives, then at least stop pretending to your friends that you are the world's best dad. You are a sperm donor. Until you contribute to these children's needs, and I do not mean another meaningless gift with incorrect birthdays, you will only be recognized as a sperm donor. They are old enough to understand what is happening, and I will not lie to them. They deserve the truth so they are not constantly let down and blindsided while waiting for you to get your act together and be accountable. And please stop pretending I am the problem. That narrative is getting old. You liked me enough to try to entrap me with children. Nobody is falling for that. You are just upset that I have moved on. Story 10. I hope you are doing well. I am sorry for how things ended, but I am immensely grateful for the time we had. You deserve better, and I sincerely hope that you find it. I wish it could have been us, but deep down it was not meant to be. Story 11. I don't feel negatively towards you now, even after everything you did. I just feel sympathy for you. It must be so draining to be that kind of person. I hope you can change and become a better man after what happened. Story 12. The same thing I told her this weekend probably. Your rear looks nice in that skirt. Put the kettle on, and I will go to the shop for some biscuits. Story 13. I just sent her a funny meme because she is one of my best friends, although not as much as my wife. Story 14. You ruined me for years and stripped every bit of individuality from my personality. However, I am back and better than ever, while you remain as insincere as ever. Story 15. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me. You have transformed me into the most confident man, and your support will always have a positive impact on my life. Story 16. I wouldn't seek her out, but if you lock me in a room and say we need to talk, there's no way I'm leaving until we do. I resent being made the villain in this story. It took too long to address everything you said about me because you didn't have the courage to break up with me when you decided you didn't need me after winter. Story 17. Dating you was a nightmare. I hope God never makes anyone endure what you put me through. Unimaginable pain and suffering. Story 18. Hi there. By the way, you still haven't paid nearly any of the $7,000 you owe me. Okay. Please take care of that. Story 19. Leave your house. Distance yourself from your family. End that toxic relationship. Please prioritize your well-being and refrain from contacting me again. Story 20. I still love you, but if he loves you more, go with him. All my life, I have been searching for a girl to love me as I love you. Story 21. I verbally abused him before I blocked him on all platforms. Yes, he was that bad. Story 22. Thank you for leaving me. It hurt at the time, but it worked out for the best. I'm sorry it didn't work out for you. That's life. Story 23. I will never let a cold heart turn mine cold, because the last thing I want to be is like you. You will never see my warmth again. Story 24. Change your mailing address. It has been 2 years, and I just received his DMV letter and mistakenly broke no contact to give it to him. Story 25. I look at her grave and say, you got what you deserved for wasting 10 years of my life when I could have done other things. Story 26. Nothing. Why waste time or energy on someone who is in the past when I could focus on the present and future? Story 27. My ex, who ended our marriage, is very jealous of my current marriage of 15 years. I believe she thought I would always be her backup option, but that is not the case. Story 28. I had a thought about this last night. I would like to have a reasonable conversation and explain that I am not out to get him. He blames everything that goes wrong in his life on me, as if I am pulling strings to manipulate the situation. I am genuinely just going about my own business. Story 29. I regret that we dated. You were right. We were much better as friends, and I am sad we lost our friendship as a result. I sincerely hope you have a good life. Story 30. I often reflect on why you decided to end our relationship, knowing we could have worked things out as we always did. I respect your choice to move on because I trust that you will find your path in life, even if it means we will no longer see each other's growth. Thank you for the time we shared together. Story 31. I didn't deserve what you did to me. I would say she's a hypocrite, and I would have never done the same to her. Story 32. You tried but didn't kill me, leaving me with scars and a criminal record, telling me I'd never recover and that no one would want me after what you did. I now have a business, advocate for freedom and people's rights, and welcomed my first child 4 months ago with my partner, who lives with and accepts me for all that I am. How is living with your mom in your 40s going? Story 33. I'm sorry. You were right about everything, and you were especially right about me. I hurt you and your children, and none of you deserved my behavior any more than I would deserve your forgiveness. I should have left you alone from the beginning. I hope you are feeling peace and joy in your life now that you've escaped. Story 34. Whatever positive feelings I had for you have been replaced by disgust and shame, not just for you but for myself because I allowed it. Story 35. I have to see my child periodically for custody reasons, and I wonder why you are so contemptuous of me. We split amicably. I did nothing to you. I didn't cheat, steal, lie, or have a substance abuse problem. You received mostly everything. What's with the attitude? Story 36. I hope you're happy, but not in the way you were with me. I'm selfish. I know I can't let you go, So find someone great, but don't find anyone better. I hope you're happy, but don't be happier. Story 37. I apologize for my behavior. I was deeply affected by my childhood traumas and failed to recognize the unhealthy patterns I was following. I am currently in therapy, and it has helped me realize that I was not fully present. Story 38. Please give me my money back. It was always a loan, and you still live with your grandma rent-free. Please stop harming cats. Regarding two different former partners. Story 39. I am 34 now, happily married with kids. To my exes, literally all of them, I hope you found what I did and wish you nothing but the best. Story 40. I hope you find the help you need or let someone who loves you assist you. I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. I wish you knew how to love yourself better. I hope you find the courage to speak up when things go wrong. I hope you discover a way to open yourself up fully to someone, even when you're struggling. Story 41. Depends on the situation. My ex-wife and I talk most days because we share a daughter. I would protect her with every ounce of my being, and I will tell her that. My long-term relationship after my ex-wife did not go well. You caused me significant distress during the years we were together. You were only in it for yourself. I have thrived since I ended that relationship. My brief relationship after that, you were emotionally unavailable and frankly, you blew it. Story 42. I hope you are doing well. I wish you the best. Y trulido. It was us against the world, but I gave up. I'm sorry. I just couldn't take the fighting and arguments anymore after 5 years. I know I made the right decision for me. You are in Japan now, building a better life for yourself. I am in a better relationship. I still can't help but worry about you from time to time. I was her only support system. Her father struggled with addiction. She isn't close with her siblings. Her friends enjoy drinking, but she couldn't because she had health issues related to alcohol. She experienced severe palpitations when her friends encouraged her to drink, which caused panic, and they never tried to make her drink again. They distanced themselves from her because of that. Sometimes her birthdays were just the two of us dining out and I gave her gifts. Maybe if things were different, but it is what it is. 5 years was a long time. Story 43. Hello, how is life? I hope you are well. I apologize for any mistakes I made, and thank you for teaching me so much. I wish you all the best. Story 44. You brought your new partner to Milan but not to meet your parents. That speaks volumes. We had lunch on Tuesday, and your mother's gift was very thoughtful. Story 45. Being deprived of intimacy in our 10-year relationship prevented me from experiencing fulfillment. Being married to you caused me to have trust issues, making it difficult to believe in anyone outside of my family without feeling selfish. Story 46. I forgive you. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. Our children got married and have children of their own now, and you would be so proud. I wish you could be here for them. I am trying to do my best. We will see you in heaven. Story 47. Not you cheating on me with a girl who is the opposite type when you groomed me to be your perfect girlfriend. Story 48. I am a better person because of you. I needed to meet you to realize how avoidant I am. We needed to break up so I can start working on myself and overcome it. Story 49. I'm really sorry. Please don't hate me. Why did you hurt me so much? I didn't deserve this. Stay away. Leave me alone, but never forget me, please. Story 50. I wish it hadn't ended so badly. Don't get me wrong. I don't want you back. The trust is gone now, you made sure of that. But I hate that you're just not in my life anymore. I know this situation is the best choice for my mental health, but that doesn't change the fact that I miss my best friend. Story 51. I apologize for being immature and for not being at a point in my life where I could discuss the issues I had with our relationship. I was too focused on wanting to please you and ignored the problems we faced. This led me to talk to other women behind your back. I would tell them that I hope they are doing well and that we weren't meant to date, even though we were physically attracted to each other and had a great connection. However, there was an emotional and psychological disconnect. I genuinely wish you happiness and hope you have found the love of your life, as I have. I hope your future is bright and fulfilling. I sincerely hope that our past relationship hasn't caused you too much pain and that you are able to move on freely and happily. Story 52. I will never regret meeting you. I am better for knowing you. Your love has helped shape me. I will never forget you. I hope your life is everything you want it to be. Story 53. I want the years I lost. I want all the positive energy back that I lost because, looking back, I ignored many red flags and wasted so much time and energy. It's possible that I could have had more years with my now wife. I might have met her earlier. Story 54. From 2008 to 2009, I attended Liberty University, a very religious institution. I had a girlfriend who made me choose between my gay cousin and her. I chose my cousin. I told her that Jesus would not want her to treat a person that way and that she had become toxic. I reminded her that even Jesus walked away from toxic people. Story 55. Thank you for letting me go. I have discovered much more about myself, accomplished things I never thought I could, and met many incredible people. Our breakup was truly a blessing. Story 56. I am truly sorry, more than I can express in words. I hope you are happy now, and I wish you all the best. Story 57. I see you now. I always tried to see you, and I like to think I successfully saw you before. I feel that I expressed this in my own faltered and disdained way. I just wish you recognized that about me, because if you did, maybe I wouldn't be so confused about myself. Story 58. Which one? To the one who passed away, I miss you. To the one who tried to tell me I couldn't see my friend, I hope you choke. Story 59. Get your hands off my armless peasant. She used to spend time with Levin, our chief serf, during summers at our dacha in Kaliningrad. Levin famously lost his arms during the revolution after a duel with a rare Bolshevik peasant. He was also known for his wide and deep physical features, which resembled a sinkhole covered with dense hair, making it hard to see the center of his brown eye. Story 60. Thank you for the lessons. Now I am going to have many blessings. You were not meant to be a part of me building my legacy. You were really trying to manipulate me so I would not leave by taking my car, knowing I have children to care for. I am not angry. I know the type of person you are and have been all these years, speaking poorly about me to your family while claiming to love me, even though you did not love yourself or have faith in your heart. Thank you for teaching me to stand up for myself and for reflecting the darker parts of my soul. Thank you for allowing me to close old cycles and break generational ones. I can finally breathe. Story 61. I'm sorry. I will never get back what I lost. But as I lie here thinking, it feels like you never really loved me either way, nor did you want to be seen with me. You were looking for a way out. I wasn't good enough for you. I tried my hardest, but it was never enough. Story 62. You treated me poorly. You deceived me and put me in a difficult situation. You exploit women. You act as if you are a god. But in reality, you are a demon. Please stay away from me. You will always be the villain in my story, and I'm relieved that it was a brief chapter in my life. I hope your next 16 girlfriends betray you. I hope you face difficulties in intimacy. Story 63. I enjoyed our time together and hope you were well. She got kicked out of my continent because of COVID-19. I don't know if we are still friends. I hope you are well, but I'm upset with you for breaking up out of nowhere. I can never trust you again. Story 64. Who was deceiving the other during all this time and this reproach? And give me back my cat. Story 65. Can you stop hopping from one girl to another just to feel good about yourself? Your ego is bigger than it should be. Story 66. I apologize for not ending things sooner and for not being honest when I was unhappy or no longer in love. We are both happier now, and it would have saved time. Story 67. Don't waste my time because all you do is disappear randomly and talk to immature individuals. Story 68. I don't have any exes, but I have many could-have-beens. For most, I would sincerely apologize for my part in why it never worked out to the point where we couldn't even be friends. For two in particular, I would tell one that I want my iPod Touch back, and the other I would explicitly tell her that I genuinely want at least one of the paintings. Story 69. I mourn the loss of myself for 5 years that I have been with you. I was a better person before I met you. Nothing will ever bring me back together. Story 70. Not a damn thing. Mom always said if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Story 71. You are a narcissist, and living in a fantasy will eventually come to an end, forcing you to face reality. Your behavior was mentally abusive, leading me to years of therapy. Overall, you are not a good person. When your father was dying, it seemed you enjoyed the sympathy from others. Felt as though you were happy about it. Story 72. Depends on the ex. 1. I hope you are happy and taken care of. You deserve the best. I miss you and hope you know only happiness and love. I bet your child will be a school shooter. Story 73. I said to check out the Norco Fluid HT. I think they have one at West Shore Cycles because we are on good terms and she was looking for a bike recommendation. Story 74. I'm grateful for the time we had together. I do regret some of the things I did and said, and I'm committed to not repeating the same mistakes with my wife. Story 75. I hope you are okay. I still worry about you sometimes when questions like this arise. I'm not sorry I did not stay with you in the dark, but I hope you found your own way out eventually. Story 76. Which one? Some of them I speak with all the time. Some I don't even think about. There are 2 who don't really want to speak with me. Story 77. Break up with your boyfriend and find a good partner. She started dating him about a year after we broke up. But he is toxic and has isolated her from everyone, including me, even though we were still friends at that time. It's no longer my business, but I believe that he will harm her more than he will help her in the long run. Story 78. My very first. I hope you've had a great life. My last ex, you were lovely and I really enjoyed our time together. You gave me the best experience I've ever had, and you were the most interesting woman I've been with. Hope all is good. Story 79. Will you get me some Laffy Taffy if you're going to the corner store? I have been divorced for 14 years and have 23-year-old twins. He is currently staying at my home with my husband of 13 years. Story 80. I forgive you. That would be a lie, as I do not forgive her, but I want her to live her life without dealing with my emotional baggage. Story 81. It's been a long time since I had an ex. Everything has been forgotten and forgiven. I'd probably just say, nice to see you. How have you been? Story 82. I would like to tell her that I still do not, and never will, forgive her for putting my dog down during our divorce. Story 83. Godspeed. Hello. How have you been? I don't know. I'll just say whatever comes to mind to someone I haven't seen in a while. Story 84. We are still going to watch the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie as planned. In truth, she and I still hang out and are best friends. Story 85. It made it so easy to never think twice about breaking up, but it forced me to think many times about whether I was ever good enough. Story 86. I already said it. She cheated on me, so we divorced. Then she messaged me about a year later. I was dating someone else at that point, so I told her, listen, we both have partners now that we don't want to upset, so let's just cut ties. I'm single now, so there's that. Still, I would have said something similar. I'm not going back to that situation. Story 87. I am sorry that we were both very different people, but I thought love was enough. Thank you for the lessons I learned and the time we shared. I hope you are doing well in life. Story 88. I apologize for my past and know that I am trying to improve. There were no saints in that relationship, but I can only take responsibility for my role in it, and that is what I will do. Story 89. Hey Mags. Long time no see. I don't know you. We shared the same bed for 3.5 years. Then I turned around and walked away as she called my name. Story 90. I already said it. Don't contact me again. Find someone else to toy with. What I wish I had said. You were the love of my life, but you just wanted to be with many others. Story 91. Probably nothing. Every time we've run into each other, we ended up making out somewhere and hooking up, and then never talked again. Story 92. Depending on which one, either you look great, want to do it again, or you look terrible, want to do it again. Story 93. We never officially got together, but the reality was clear. I ran away from it out of fear. I would tell her I have been thinking about her for the last 8 years. Story 94. There are many things I want to express. Part of me wants to share my feelings, while another part wants to say hurtful things. However, the reality is that I lose either way regardless of what I choose. There is nothing I can say to maintain my self-dignity. Story 95. I could express so much to them. There is a conflict of hate and love in my soul, but I believe it ultimately comes down to a simple action. Story 96. Nothing, as she was unattractive. Didn't mind at all that she became involved with another guy. I learned a long time ago to go for the least attractive ones because you don't care when they leave. Story 97. I was unaware of the damage you were causing me. 4.5 years of rejection, and now I realize how badly you knocked down my confidence. Story 98. I never wanted children, and we were much better as friends. Here are some old family photos and other items I forgot to return 11 years ago. I hope your daughter enjoys the Coach purse that Grandpa gave me. It's tragic she never got to meet him, and I was really sorry to hear about his passing. Please give hugs to Taft if he's still alive. Sending love to you and your family. Story 99. I don't know if your mean, controlling, ignorant behavior was because you are a slow learner, judgmental, or have a strange way of thinking. Could be a combination of factors. Either way, I'm glad you are out of my life. I'm surrounded by people who let me be myself. Thank you for this question. I feel better now. Story 100. No contact is the best way to go. They are exes for a reason. Don't look back. Ever. Just look toward the path in front of you. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.